Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Delightful Kissboy, and today I'm doing a quick little FAQ video for people so that they can know the answers to some of the questions that I get asked a lot. So I started the channel kind of basically at the beginning of the year, and people have been kind of jumping in, watching videos here or there, and so I kind of get a lot of the same kind of questions. It's not anybody's fault, they're hopping in. They're not going to know the lore, right? And so I figured, hey, why don't I just, record a little video here, slap it in the description of some videos, my profile, etc., etc. People can click on it, they can not. I don't care, I don't know if it'll work, but why the fuck not? Let's try it out. I don't give a shit. If it doesn't work, who cares? This is me. I'm literally just drawing in GIMP. It doesn't matter. All right. So anyway, let's get started with question number one, the biggest question. How did you come up, Jesus, with your name? Well, Delightful Kissboy. That's my username. And so TLDR is basically, I just thought it was funny. I don't remember the specifics, but I do know. I don't know how I came up with the name, in particular, but I do remember that Facebook used to have a feature, or it still does, where you can basically go in and then under your name, you can put like a custom pronunciation. So if you have like it's a well-intentioned feature that I am making a mockery of, but it's basically like, if you have a complex name or a non-standard name, you can put in the pronunciation, and then people can know how to pronounce your name, which is a delightful thing. But me, being an asshole, I was like, oh, I could just put in some nonsense in there, so it'll say my name, which I will not be revealing, but I can say that my name is pronounced Delightful Kissboy. And what was funny, though, is back in the day, Facebook used to have a little feature where you can click a button, and it would tell you, it would basically read out that custom pronunciation for your name in a little robot voice. So you'd click the pronunciation button, and it would be like, Delightful Kissboy. I thought that was very funny. And like I said, I don't remember exactly how I arrived at that particular name, but after that point, I kind of kept using it as a secondary pseudonym. And then I started up this channel. Before, it used to just be my real name. Before, I had like 5 subs. And then I ended up switching it to Delightful Kissboy, thankfully before any of my videos kind of blew up. So the rest is history. There you go. So I'd say that's my most frequently asked question. Let's think. What is my second most frequently asked question? Number 2 would probably honestly be, are you Joe Swanson? I've gotten that question many a time, and I'm here to tell you right now the answer is yes. All right, let's move on. Now, no, I mean, okay, so the real question is, what's up? There we go. I can do this quickly. Up with your voice. Well, yeah, I kind of sound like Joe Swanson, I guess. Just for context, I mean, this is just how I speak normally. I just kind of am speaking naturally on most of these videos. I mean, every once in a while I'll ham it up for a bit, but just what my voice sounds like. And it's honestly sounded pretty similar to this since I was younger. So it used to be really weird, actually, and people would get kind of weirded out by it because, and I'll play a clip, but when I was like 15, it didn't really sound all that much different than it does now. I mean, I was speaking more awkwardly because I was a 15-year-old, but the I don't know, my balls dropped very hard, and I got a deep voice in middle school. So yeah, that's a good time. So, Jamie, roll the clip, and by Jamie I mean me. Who else is going to do it? But here you go. This is a video, a clip from when I just turned 15.
Oh, and in good form, he's picking up speed, first jump, good. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah,
Nice.
second jump. Nice. Good form.
Nice.
Third
Oh.
jump. Oh.
Oh.
He's gonna do it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Crash and burn.
Yeah. Wasn't that just a delightful little clip? Now, let's get back to it. So, that's what's up with my voice. Let me think about other questions that I get a lot. I'd say number 3 would be, what would number 3 be? I guess it would be like, what's your, coding experience, right? Look at this beautiful handwriting, BT Dubs. Oh, look, GeForce Game Ready driver is available. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Good stuff. Get the hell out of here. What's my coding experience? Or like, how did I get started coding? There have been a few people who have asked me that because there's some people who are real interested in coding stuff, which I'm excited about because I love to code. Now, let's just talk. I'll just go through like my whole history of it. So, when I was like in middle school, I used to mod Oblivion. So Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I used to just like mod the shit out of that game, and part of that was by necessity because my computer that I was running it on was so dog shit at the time that I had to basically make it look like I was wandering in a blue void. Like the render distance was so small, it was crazy. But I was getting it to work, you know, so I was making it look as terrible as possible so I could just play this fucking game. But I was kind of dabbling in modding back then, and I kind of tried to learn how to code. This is like in middle school, and I didn't really get it. I was kept trying it out at various points in time, just trying to teach myself. It wasn't really sticking. I wasn't really like that interested in it, and I thought it was like a little too confusing. And so I kept like, you know, playing around with it here and there, but not being like, oh, this isn't really for me. And then I decided it was, I was trying to get my schedule figured out for my last semester of senior year in high school. And there was a coding class that was offered by my math teacher. And I was like, oh, okay, I mean, that just works for my schedule. Up until that point, I had thought that I would be going into mechanical engineering or physics in college. But yeah, final semester of my senior year of high school, take this class. And then once I was doing it in the class structure, all of a sudden I fell in love with it for some reason. Like basically what I did is I found a way to get the assignments early. And I did all of the assignments within the first like 2 weeks of the class. And then I just kind of became like an unofficial TA because I loved the assignments so much. I thought it was really fun. I was like, oh man, this is cool. It's like solving little puzzles. So I basically got the whole class done besides the tests. And then he was like, oh, well, that's crazy. So just, you can be a TA now. So I was like, all right, sweet. And so it was pretty cool because I was really into it. And so at that moment, I was just like, okay, fuck this mechanical engineering shit. I want to do coding. This is way more fun. And so I switched, you know, my pre-registration to get into coding classes. And then the rest is history. I got a 4-year degree in computer science. And then junior year of college, I did an internship at, we'll call it Company A. And it was a pretty good internship. Got a return offer. Graduated. Did like 3 months of backpacking. Came back. Worked for Company A for like 4.5 years. And then after that, switched to Company B, which is where I'm currently at. And I've been coding ever since. So all in all, yeah, I got a 4-year degree in computer science and about 7.5 years of work experience in field. So been doing it for a while, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it if you're curious to know, like, you know, whether you should look into getting into coding or what. Maybe I'll do a little video about that. Let me know if that's what you'd like to see. Anyway, I'm getting the weeds with it. Who cares? All right. Okay, now question number 4. I would say a lot of people, it's not really a question, but they express amusement about my use of PowerPoint. So I would say, like, they're just kind of like, really, dude? PowerPoint? And I mean, most people, it's like, they're entertained by it. They think it's funny, you know, that I'm doing this these videos in PowerPoint. But some people are genuinely confused. Some people think, you know, it's like, oh, you just can't edit, which is partially true. But I think there's a little more to it than that. So the reason why I make so many PowerPoint videos, I mean, part of it is, yes, I don't like editing particularly. I mean, the most editing I've done is in that, you know, that shitpost video where I'm like, you know, turning into Joe Swanson, which was fun. It was fun to do, but ultimately the thing that I like to do more than like the editing and the processing and all that shit is I like to focus on the content, like kind of coming up with the stuff that I'm going to use in the video is a lot more interesting and fun to me personally than trying to, like, you know, make like a fucking video essay or whatever. I just personally don't find that shit as fun. And I mean, the other thing too is I'm kind of just a shitposty guy, so like having a janky ass PowerPoint with silly animations kind of just, it's working for the vibe I'm trying to go for, which is kind of like casual, you know, just this explaining things and we're having a good time, and it's just kind of a casual, laid back thing. Because the other part of it too is like, personally, I like video. I respond better to videos. Excuse me. I should say that where it's like more naturally, it's like a more natural speaking voice is what I should say. So like that can kind of manifest in two ways. There's a lot of like streamers, live streamers, who will like really ham up their voices, which, you know, I totally get. It's all good. I'm not throwing shade at those people, but I just personally don't really respond well to it because it doesn't really feel that genuine. And in the same sort of vein, I kind of get the same vibe from like that reading off of a script voice. Not to say that, you know, I'm better than that. Once again, like those video essays are 100 million times higher quality than the shit I'm putting out, you know. But personally, I like the more conversational feel to it, you know, where it's not scripted and I'm just kind of like, you know, I have the slides. I'm kind of just I read off the slides sometimes, but I'm just kind of riffing, you know, and I stumble over my words more and shit like that. But like ultimately, I don't know. I like the feel of that a little bit more. It's a little more casual. And just, I think it's more fun, in my opinion, and more kind of genuine feeling. I mean, the other part of it, too, is like, I don't like writing scripts. Once again, when you talk about the process, I like coming up with all the data and shit like that. I don't want to write a fucking script. I just want to show you guys as soon as I can what I found out, you know? And so I just bypass that by, like, you know, putting what I need on the slide, so that I'm not going to be totally lost during the presentation, and then just, you know, riffing and making a video. And I mean, yeah, the final thing too is it's like, I mean, this is my hobby, and so me practicing doing presentations like this, essentially, you know, just recording them and slapping them on YouTube, it actually has benefit for my own job, because I have to give presentations at my own job, which matter a little bit more. And so just I've been getting better. I've noticed I'm getting better at like speaking and being able to do this stuff in like one take, just as I'm doing it more and more and more. And so I mean, yeah, so that's another benefit of it. So yeah, it looks cheap and easy and not professional, but you know, that's partially my intention, and also partially because I just don't really want to spend too much time editing. I would rather just kind of get to the meat and potatoes. Anyway, rambling. All right, what is another frequently asked question that I've gotten? Number 5 would be, this one has actually, I mean, it's very touching to me, and it's really cool that people are asking about this. It's very kind of people, I should say. And they say, like, do you have Patreon, right? Or like some other way of getting donations? So because there have been a few people who have said, oh, I want to, you know, I like what you're doing and I want to support you. And so I could say, like, thank you so much for the offer there. But I don't have a Patreon. I don't have anything like that. And I don't have donations enabled on my live streams. And the reason for that is just because, like I said, this is my hobby. And I'm able to support myself through my job, which I'm keeping. I don't need the money from this hobby, and so I'd rather have people who are watching me, and once again, very humbled that they want to donate. I'm very grateful. I'd just rather you keep your money, and if you still are, really adamant about wanting to show support, which, once again, thank you so much, I would just request donate to a good cause, like a good charity. Your money is going to be much better used in that scenario. I'm doing fine in the money department right now, and so while I appreciate it, I don't need it. I'd rather you hold on to your cash and chunk it toss it to a worthy charity. So that's all I gotta say about that. Don't want to get too virtue signally there, but that's the honest truth. There are much better ways to use your money than giving it to me. While I do appreciate it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Those are the main questions that I get. This is a non-question because people don't want to do business with me. But okay, 6. I'm not even gonna write it out. Do you have a business email? Yes, it is delightfulkissboy@gmail.com. If you have an inquiry, if you want to collab or whatever, you can message me. You can email me on my business email, which barely anybody does. There's one guy. What I thought was funny is there was a guy who reached out from like a sports betting arbitrage app, asking if I wanted to partner with them after watching my gambling tier list video, where I basically shit on sports betting. And I understand the idea behind arbitrage is like quote-unquote guaranteed profit, but there's no way in hell that I'm gonna make an anti-gambling video and they'll be like, hey guys, you might want to check out this arbitrage app for sports betting. Anyway, I'm getting in the weeds with it. You can contact me at that. You can I got Twitter, I got Blue Sky, I got Discord. Feel free to shoot me messages in those places. It's all good, man. I don't think there's anything else that people ask me a lot. Man, it'd be really nice about a script, huh? If I actually took some time to write some shit down instead of just yammering. But that's all that's coming to mind right now. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them. But other than that, as I said, this is just a video that I'm going to slap into descriptions. We'll see if people watch it. Who cares? All right. Bye-bye.